Good morning, everyone. Afternoon to those who are in a region where it's in the afternoon. Please call in your friends so that we can start. Okay, I think we have 36, almost 40 people. So I think we can begin. I hope you all had a lovely week. Now today we are going to start on a different topic. It's going to be still on product, but it's going to be product analysis. So let me share my screen. As I share my screen, can anyone remind me what we have done for the last 3 sessions? Just unmute yourself and say, and just speak. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Ma. Good
Hello.
morning. You can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you. Tell us what we have done in the last 3 sessions. Maybe you can give me a brief description of the topics that we learned and the areas where we focused on.
Okay, Ma. Let me try from my end. We actually
Okay.
started with product design and the meaning of product
Yes.
management. Talked about the
Sorry?
importance of product. And so we started with product design and
Uh-huh.
product management. Then you talked about the importance of product design, the
Mm-hmm.
fundamental element for product design,
Mm-hmm.
then the some roles of a product designer and jobs in product design. Then
Mm-hmm.
you also talked about a product, what a product is, then product description and how to write product descriptions. Then last class you still continued with how to write a product description and the
Yeah.
steps involved.
Yes, that is good. That is what we did last for the last 3 sessions. So we've done product design. We also defined the product, what a product is, and then we went on to product description, which we did for the last 2 weeks. Now, this week we have a new topic. Our topic is product analysis. Okay, so product analysis is the process of gathering, defining, analyzing data about a product or service to make better decisions. Okay, creating a product that meets the needs of the target market. You remember when I was speaking about product design, yeah, and the importance of developing a product that or service. I mean, when I say product, it also means service. Yes, as I explained what a product is. So creating a product that meets the needs of the target market. Okay. So through the product analysis, you can understand the following about a product. 1, the product design, how it is made, its component parts, the manufacturing process, the cost involved in making the product. So this is the amount of money that you will use for making the product. So when it comes to cost, then some of you will say it's a service. How do you get the cost of the service? To be able to provide that service, there are certain costs that you will incur. That to be able to provide that service to your target market. Let's say it's teaching, okay? If it's teaching, there are certain costs you will incur. First, there's the labor, which of the person who is teaching. If you have multiple teachers, you have to pay those teachers. If you have to, what is it called? If it's to provide the software that is going to be used by those teachers, that is also a cost. There's the utility costs, which is the electricity, the internet, the water if you're in an office, licenses, all those are costs, okay? Then there's its utility and usefulness. Remember when I said that a product needs to be practical, okay? So this refers to its usefulness. Do not create a product that is not useful. The design of the product, this is what we learned. The technology used in making the product. The product marketing, this is how you're going to, take out the product and create awareness about your product so that people can be aware that your product actually exists and that your product can be of value to them and that your product can be able to have an impact in their life and solve some of their problems, okay? Your unique selling proposition. So unique selling proposition, I discussed it in the previous classes. Unique selling proposition is what does your product have that others do not have, okay? This is your competitive edge. You have competitors in the market. What is it that your product has that others do not have? And then there's also the competitive analysis. What are your competitors doing? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? How does that affect your business? How is it going to affect your business and what you should do about it? Okay. So these are the things that you are going to be looking at. So what is the importance of product analysis? Okay, so when you do product analysis, what is your aim? How is product analysis going to help you? So this is what it does. First of all, it allows you to understand your target market for your product. For instance, so you've created, let's say you've created an app, okay? A traveler's app. to show them different places, tell them where they can be able to get A&Bs, where they can be able to go visit as, national treasures, historic sites in your region, all this. So product analysis will help you understand your target market. So when you're trying to understand your target market for that specific product, what are you looking for? You will be looking for where is the target market coming from? Are they coming from Europe? Are they coming from, America? Are they coming from Asia? Are they coming from the Middle East? Or are they from Africa? Also, do you have local tourists? Yes. So being your target market, it will help you understand what it is that each and every one of them needs. For example, people who are in Africa, they may know certain things about your region, and, for them, what is more important for them is to be able to find maybe they are maybe looking for places where they would be comfortable when they're living. Okay, you may find others who are having something else.
Hello, we can't hear you.
So apologies, she's going to be joining us shortly.
Sorry about that. Kindly bear with me. We're having some internet issues here in East Africa. So internet is a bit of a problem. So let me share my screen again, and then please let me know where we were. Can anyone tell me what was the last thing you heard?
Importance of product analysis.
You didn't hear anything else I said? Okay, it's okay, no problem. So, yes, Hassan?
We're talking about understanding our local market, target market, and if we have local tourists around.
Okay, fine, I remember. So when you're looking to understand your target market, I was speaking about creating a traveler's app, okay? So when you're dealing with a traveler's app, I said you can have different kind of tourists, okay? So you can have tourists from Asia, you can have tourists from the Middle East, you can have tourists from Africa, and you can also have tourists who are within the country, yeah? All this, or even, and then there's also America. So all these are 5 different, groups who are part of your target market. And these 5 different groups need different things. So it is important. So during product analysis, you will do some research to try and understand what these different categories of your target market need from that app, okay? So for example, you have the people from America, maybe Europe. What do the Americans want? When they come to your country, what value is the app going to have for them? What are the Americans looking for, through your app? What are the African tourists looking for? What are the local tourists looking for? What are the the Asian and the Middle Eastern tourists looking for? So when you do product analysis, you are able to understand what each group within your target market needs from that app, and that will help you to create an app that will cater for all of their needs, okay? Secondly, product analysis helps you in understanding your competition. So there are multiple apps. Yeah, the multiple traveling apps. When it comes to understanding your competition, there are various things that you need to look at about your competition. 1, what is the pricing of your competitors? How does your competitors' app look like? What colors have they used? You remember when I spoke to you about when making a design, how colors are important? Yeah. What words do they use? What images do they use? How are those images helping them? Do they have, do they have offers? Do they have packages? This is going to help you understand your competitors. And also, your competitors is not only about the good things about your competitors, there's also the bad things about your competitors. Where are your competitors failing? Yeah. Are they struggling financially? Yes. And if they're struggling financially, in what area? An estimate, you try and estimate how much money they use, maybe in marketing. Are their marketing gimmicks fruitful? What is the market share of their product? All these things are important to understand when dealing with your competition. Thirdly, you understand the cost associated in making and selling the product. This is what I said. So what is the cost of making that app? You will need developers. You will need software. Maybe being that it's an app, you will need the cloud. So what are you using? Are you using Microsoft Azure, are you using DigitalOcean? Are you using AWS? What are you using? What is the cost? Yeah, associated with all these things. The developers, you need developers who are constantly there. The CRMs, what CRMs have you selected? How much is that cost of making? Now that is making. Now, when it comes to selling, what are your marketing costs? Yeah. Maybe you've taken your products to other people's marketplaces, and for you to be able to sell your product, maybe you have to give them a percentage of that. Maybe you're using agents, and maybe you have to pay them with commissions. So you need to understand the cost of making and selling your product. Okay. Then you need to understand the risks associated with making and selling your product. So when it comes to risks, what kind of risks can you have when you're building an app? One, there are cybersecurity risks. That is number one. Two, there are internal risks. Maybe one of your developers is disgruntled. Yeah, they're unhappy working for you, and they think, what do I do? Let me sabotage these people and make their life difficult. Yeah. Then there could be someone else who thinks, oh, okay, this is a good idea. Why don't I steal this idea and go open another company of my own? Yeah. Why do I have to be paid maybe $2,000 when I can be able to generate, $10,000, $20,000? All those are risks. Okay. The other risk is, what is it called? When you're selling your product, there are people who can be able to, what is it called? For example, in a platform, they can be able to, say that, oh, maybe, or your product is not performing as well as it should be. And then they start taking a higher percentage, more than what you had already agreed on. There are risks. There are so many people where you make contracts and they do not honor the contracts. What are you going to do with that? When it comes to when you're using, what is it called? When you're using the cloud, have you chosen the right cloud? Okay. Maybe the cloud that you've chosen, is not able to provide, enough security, and your app can be hacked very quickly. There are very many people who are putting personal information in this app. So all these are risks. The legal elements, if data is, received by someone else, or people are able to draw data out of your app, that is a security risk, So those people who are using your app can be able to sue you. Then there are also risks, such as people going there and making bad reviews, There are people who do that maybe because just something really small happened in your app, and they went and they just it just goes and blows up. They go and said, oh, this app is so bad. They don't know what it is that they're doing. They're charging too much. They're not offering good services. All those are risks. Yes. And then you need to also understand the potential of your product life cycle. This one I will explain further later on. There's a topic on that. And then product analysis helps you identify which products have the most potential and decide how to best capitalize on that potential. Okay? So you will see a variety of products. You will see which one has most potential. So now, if you have this traveling app, within that traveling app, you have different features. For example, you have the feature for, what is it called? Hospitality. So this covers the Airbnbs, this covers the hotels, this covers all these other places. Then you have another one for tourist attractions. This is where they're going to go see national treasures, blah, blah, blah. Then you also have a feature for transport. So once you do a product analysis, you will see which of these three has the most potential, and once you see the one that has most potential, then you're able to capitalize on that potential. For example, if hotels are always looking for ways to make money, okay? So if the feature for hospitality is the one that has the greatest potential, I mean that it has the greatest potential to generate more income for you. One, it has the greatest potential of people using it, because one way or another, if you're going to travel, you need a place to stay. Yeah? One way or another, you need food. One way or another, you need transport. So if like, for example, the hotels are able to give you a better package to give to the people who are using an app, that is great potential, because it's going to help you pull people to your app. Okay, because people, the first thing they do, they go Google, okay, what are the best rates? Yeah. And if you are working well when it comes to social search engine optimization, your product will be shown at the top. So one of these things, or even the rates, or even the hotels can market for you your product, you know, and then you are also marketing for them their product. So it's a win-win situation. Yeah, so that has great potential. And there are many reasons why product analysis is necessary. These are just a few and the most important ones. Product analysis is an essential part of any product team's work and should be given the attention it deserves. Yeah, product analysis is very important. If you don't do product analysis, you're just looking for a way to fail. Yeah, so it's very important to do product analysis. Product analysis is crucial because it helps you understand how well your product will compete in the market. This is called competitive product analysis. Other processes help you gain insight into your product, but they shouldn't be used identically. Okay, I will explain to you this as we go on. So we have different types of product analysis methods. We have the KJ method, we have the SWOT analysis, we have the value chain, we have the PESTEL analysis, we have the business model canvas, and then we have the competitive product analysis. Now, which one of the six do any of you know? Hello?
SWOT analysis.
Hello, ma. SWOT
Hello.
analysis.
Okay. Anyone know
And
about
competitive product analysis too.
Okay. Does anyone know about the business model canvas? Yes, Jennifer.
Oh no, madam.
Okay. Does anyone know about the business model canvas? PESTEL analysis. Hi, Annie, speak.
I know about the PESTEL analysis.
Okay. The value chain analysis. Mibola. Please speak. Okay. So the ones who have said SWOT analysis, one of you, tell us what SWOT analysis is.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Okay, this is Jennifer.
Okay.
So SWOT analysis basically is strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. That is what SWOT stands for. So you check strengths of the competitors of this product, check their strengths, check what they're right. Then the weaknesses, that's where they fall short in, what the consumers are complaining of. Then you find opportunities. Where can you get the how they can do, and then the threats that their products possess, like threats that could like spoil the businesses and everything. So when you study all of these things, the ones you can take from it in your product, you take it. Then the ones you can improve on through your products, you do that. I think that's what I have on SWOT analysis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jennifer, you put it in the perspective of the competitor. Yeah. When that is the second stage, SWOT analysis is done both ways. Yes, Adeola. Would you like to put something on SWOT analysis?
Yes. SWOT analysis.
And I want you to put it in the perspective of your product.
My product. Okay.
Yes, because we're doing product analysis methods. The one Jennifer spoke about was looking at the competitor. Now I want you to look at your product.
Okay. So my product, let me take a water, a sachet water as an example. So I will look at the strength. The strength is the internal factor that give the business an advantage over others. So I will look at, okay, what are my strengths in this area? Okay, like that water, if I check around, every other sachet water around me does not have RO, which is reverse osmosis. So I will take that advantage and get a reverse osmosis with this highest level of purification of water. Then I will use it. So then the weakness, which is the internal weakness that hinder my business performance with the competitors. So I will check in my own internal way and check, okay, what are my weaknesses? Okay, is it the packaging, or is it the taste of the water, or is it the way my staff treats the customer? So I will check in there and see, okay, which one am I having weakness in? Then I will work on it. Then the opportunity, I will check for external opportunity that the business will capitalize on and take advantage of. So that is the business, the opportunity, like, okay, maybe there's a big hotel around that, okay, I can go there and supply, or there is a big estate around me, or I can usually check, or there's churches where people in Nigeria, they make use of water to pray. So I can locate those opportunities and work on it. Then I will capitalize on it, then to make profits for my company. Then there's a threat. Then I will check for external threats that could expose expose the business to risk. So then I will check the external, what are the external factors around me that can expose my business, the water, to not have a successful business. So then I will work on it. Maybe the bad roads, can be an external threat to me, or the truck that I'm using to deliver those products to customers. And then the competitors too, they might be trying to check to give threats on my water and saying bad thing about the water. So I will have to work on that external factor and work on it so that I can have opportunity and leverage on the opportunity to overtake the business. So that is what I understand. Thank you.
That is very good. I have nothing to add. Now, I want a gentleman, because the ladies speak, but I rarely hear the gentleman. I want one of the gentlemen to tell me, Chris, You know, you guys are using Chris, and then there was Kolapo. Are those questions?
No. You say
Okay.
you want a gentleman to speak, ma'am.
Yes, I want the gentleman to tell me what pestle analysis is.
Oh, I don't want to speak on personal analysis. I wanted to just say that the lady that talked about SWOT analysis, she deserves a thumbs up. She did justice,
Yes,
ma'am.
indeed she did. So I want the gentleman to speak. I didn't want the gentleman to just congratulate the ladies. I want the gentleman to give us some of their knowledge. Yeah. In this class, you speak. There's no judgment. Even if you don't know, or if you make a mistake, that's why I'm here to correct you. Okay. So please, gentlemen, tell me what you know. Does any one of you know what competitive product analysis is, business model canvas, pestle analysis, value chain analysis, and the KJ method? And I have a feeling some of you are lying, because I know when you're taught SWOT analysis comes together with pestle analysis. Yes, Annie?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so from my own understanding, pestle analysis is another strategy tools you can use to complement your SWOT analysis. So for now, I'm going to be using that, let's say for my business, let's say it's a Zobo business. It's a African drink made with a hibiscus leaf. So the pestle analysis talked about, let's say, let's explore each other with the political government regulates on food and beverages products. So staying updates on labeling requirements, health standard, and then any politics impacting small business in the food industry. Also, government support for small business or the food and strategy industry. So like grants, programs encouraging local business, it could be beneficiary for also me in terms of my business. Then we talk about the economic growth, and also like economic growth in terms of consumer spending habits and like to change based on the overall economic climate, and also rising in cost of my ingredient, packaging and transportation of the Zobo business can affect my profit margin also. Then also social. So we talk about that would be the demand for conveniences, like the way the business and the product is being demanded, like considering offering bottled Zobo or Zobo concern, like the bottled Zobo, or maybe package it in a leather. The way the demands that customers will be wanting to receive the bottled or maybe the sachet Zobo, depending on packaging. Then we also talk about the technological aspects, which is going to talk about the social media marketing. Let's talk about social media marketing. Can be a powerful tool to connect with customers, promote your brand, and also build brand awareness. That's in terms of this technological. Then we also talk about the legal aspects of it. The legal aspect of it will be to get the proper documents like NAFDAC, making it to be known and also be certified to also produce, like for food safety regulation and labeling requirements. Ensure your Zobo meets all safety standard and labeling requirements to avoid legal issues. Then we talk about the environmental, which should be the last. So that would be regulation on, let's say, waste. Waste to comply with any regulation regarding waste disposal from your Zobo product and processing, like the way you've been, let's say in your packaging, you put that also make sure that the bottles and the, let's say if you have a sachet one to be recycled, and also sustainability. Customers are increasing conscious of environment impact, focusing on the source practicing and eco-friendly packaging to the environment. That is my understanding. I just hope I did well. That's what I understand. Pestle analysis.
Who has spoken? What is your name?
Sorry?
Please. Your name, please.
My name is Ikekwe Mubina.
Okay. Obina, so now what you have done, despite being correct in, or despite understanding everything to do with Pestle, what you have done, instead of doing an analysis, what you have done, you have used Pestle as a strategy. Now, let me explain to you what's the difference is. Now, for example, when we were looking at SWOT analysis, we were looking at we were analyzing the internal elements of the business, how those internal elements will affect our business. Now, when you talk about Pestle, what you did, you looked at how you will make sure all those elements, the Pestle elements, you cater to all the Pestle elements. What tools you can be able to use, use for Pestle. So what you have done, instead of making an analysis, you have gone a step further and made it a strategy. And as I said, it is not wrong.
Okay.
But it is not wrong. You have just done what you do after doing an analysis.
Okay.
Do you understand? So you
Yes.
do an analysis first, and then now you create strategy. So what you have done, you have created strategy as opposed to an analysis.
Okay.
So you've done what is after analysis, which is good work. So let me explain to you Pestle in terms of analysis. So Pestle are usually looked at as the external elements. Remember when she explained SWOT, those were internal elements. She kept on saying within the organization, this. Now, Pestle is usually about external factors, how external factors will affect your business. Yeah. For those who don't know Pestle or don't remember Pestle, P is for political, E is for economic, S is for social, T is for technological, L is for legal, E is environmental. Okay, so P, political. How are the political elements within the place where I operate going to affect the business? So political. Are there any elections that are coming in soon? What happens during elections time? Yeah. Are we going to get a new president? What is a new president all about? Yes. Is this president going to affect how my business is going to be? Is the election period going to bring an element of instability? Is there political instability currently? And how will that affect my business? Yes, that is one. Two, economical. You remember most of the African countries right now, we are having a challenge when it comes to our currency and the dollar. Yes? So the increase in the dollar or the increase of the value of the dollar based on our currency will affect our business, especially if we are getting our products, if we are importing our products, because mostly we import our products using the dollar. Yeah. If you are using 1,000 Naira, if 1,000 Naira was equivalent to maybe $10, and now it becomes 2,000 Naira is going to be equivalent to, $10, that means you're going to lose money. So you need to be able, you need now to start preparing yourself. Okay, so that is an economic risk. Social risk. Social risk looks at how people are changing. For example, if it is you have a software company, a software drink company, a soft drink company, sorry, a soft drink company. Maybe you are selling juice, and maybe you are selling let's say you're selling juice. What type of juice you are selling? You're selling orange juice, you're selling strawberry juice, you're selling apple juice. Now, how are people looking at juice currently? Yeah, they look first of all at the quantity of sugar that has been put. Yeah. Now, that will also affect if people are moving towards a more healthy way of living, then they will avoid juice. And they will want juice that, and if they want juice, they want juice from actual fruits, you know, that is pulpy and everything else. And if you have, excuse me, if you've been using additives, then that brings a problem to you, because now that will increase your cost of production. Excuse me. Technology. Technology, this refers to advancement in technology. When you're doing production, yeah, you remember the way they used to make cars is not how they make cars now. The technology has changed. When it comes to, what is it called? When it comes to services, people want to be able to access, more people use apps. Okay, so if you're going to sell something that is software-based, it needs to have an app, or it needs also to be web-based. Yes, so advancement with technologies also affect your businesses. If it's production, newer technologies are required over a period of time. So if you spent maybe $10,000 buying a certain machine, and then now in less than it turns out that 2 years later a better technology has come in, you need to move to this better technology, because using this old technology is going to affect, you know, your business. So you need now to start getting rid of old technology and investing in new technology. Legal. So legal comes here when, for example, you are used to selling your products online, and then now the government says no. Because of legal issues, you're not allowed to sell your products online. Basically because there is information, there is financial information that is being, you know, that is being lost one way or another. There's an issue maybe with the banks. So the banks bring in another legislation, the government brings in another legislation, other companies bring in other legislations, all those legislations start affecting your business. So how are those legislations going to affect your business? It means maybe now you need to incur additional costs, maybe in cybersecurity. You may need to incur additional costs in getting those, you know, compliance certifications. You may need to incur additional costs to invest in certain technologies to ensure that you are compliant to be able to undertake online sales. Then there's the environment. So environment is basically around production of goods. So in the environment, where are you? So there's a certain place where you're used to, you know, throwing your garbage. Yeah. Now, where you're throwing your garbage is becoming a health concern to the community. So what you have to do, you have to find ways to recycle your garbage. You have to find a way to recycle the wastewater to make sure that what is released by, you know, your company does not go to affect the communities, does not go to the rivers, does not go to any other places. So that is what a pestle analysis is all about. Okay, I hope we are good on that. Are we? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
that's very good.
Is it today that I'm being boring, or what is it that you're so silent today? I'm a bit concerned. What is happening?
Ma, we're having network issues.
Okay.
Oh, you're also having network issues?
Yes, ma. Some of us are only able to join through our phones. System is, I don't know, The network is bad here.
Yeah, it's because, as I explained, there are a couple of, there are a couple of cables in the Indian Ocean that were damaged. Internet cables. The ones that run in the ocean, they were damaged. So even here in Kenya, we are having issues. But have you understood what I've explained?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the ones that have understood, since we are recording, you will be able to go through it, and then now we can be able to understand. And if you have any questions, you will send them, okay? And I can explain, okay? Next week, maybe I can spend some more time explaining, hopefully when the internet issues will be addressed. Is that okay?
Okay, ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let's go to the KJ method. The KJ method is a popular technique used to help understand a product. Okay. It's also known as the affinity diagram. It is often used in product design and development. The KJ method is a way of organizing information by grouping it into categories. This can be done by brainstorming with a group and then sorting the information into groups. Okay. The advantage of using the KJ method is that it helps you see patterns and relationships between ideas. Okay. It can also help you find solutions to problems. So basically the KJ method, like right now as a class, we all sit down and we decide we are going to create a product. Okay. Once we decide we're going to create a product, everyone comes with different ideas. We all sit down. We look at what problems do we want to solve? What kind of products do we want to sell? Who are our competitors? All that. So we just throw out ideas, come up with so many ideas. Then once we have all those ideas written down, then we start connecting those ideas to one another. We look for the similarities. We look for the differences. We look for the relationships. Yeah. We look for the patterns that are there that we had not, noticed. So after we've come up with so many ideas, we sit down and then all those ideas about our product, then we start arranging them. Okay. You arrange, these are our advantages, these are our disadvantages. This is the relationship between our ideas. Yeah. So maybe you can have a relationship where it's a mother-child relationship. A mother-child relationship is just that. The mother gives birth to the child. Yeah. So the child is under the mother. So the child is something within the mother. So that's one type of a relationship. Then you can have a sister-brother relationship or sister-sister relationship. This means it's a peer relationship. These things are on the same level, okay, because they're peers. It's brother, sister, or sister, sister, or brother, brother relationship, okay? Then you may have a mother-father relationship. So this means that these two are peers, but they need to be together. So this is a partnership which will give birth to a child. I hope you're understanding me when I'm speaking about the relationship.
Yes,
So those are the kind of things that you get from a KJ method analysis. So you put all those ideas together, you put, oh, I want to do this, this is what is in the market, this is this, what is the relation? Then now you start organizing it until you find the relationships and the patterns and the connections between this. You look at the advantages, the disadvantages. That is what you get from a KJ method. I'm not going to do SWOT analysis because the lady did justice to it. Now we're going to look at the value chain analysis. The value chain analysis method is used to understand the activities, yes, that a company performs to create value for its customers. So, what activities does a company perform to create value for customers? This has to do with things such as customer care. Yeah, this is something that a company does so as to create value for their customers. They don't have to have customer care, but because they want to create value for their customers, they have customer care. After sales service, when, for example, you go buy a fridge and they bring it to your house, that's after sales service. That is creating value because they didn't have to bring that fridge to you, but they chose to bring it to you because you bought it from them. It's a way of creating value. Yes, they come, they bring it to your house, they connect it for you, they make sure everything is working. That is after sales service. So that is creating value for its customers. And then there's also another example. For example, you want internet. Yeah, the internet providers, they come, they connect everything for you, they put the cables for you. All that is creating value for their customers. Okay. The advantage of using this analysis is that it helps you see how your company creates value for its customers, where there are opportunities for improvement. Okay? For example, when you have customer service, in that customer service that you're offering, what value is it creating? Yes, it provides an opportunity for customers to ask questions. 2, it provides a place where they can go and make complaints, where they can be able to say, okay, I didn't like this and this and this and this, and they provide feedback. And then now you tell them, okay, mom, sir, thank you for your feedback. We will do these changes. And the next time when they go to maybe the supermarket, they go and see, oh, they actually listened to me. Okay, that is creating value. When it comes to after-sales service, if the people who are bringing the product, maybe they just come and just dump it there at your gate. Yeah. You need to improve that. So how do you improve that? Those people, instead of just leaving it on your gate, they just pick it up, take it, lift it, take it to your house, connect it, make sure that it's working. After it's working, then they, maybe they give you a card where you can call them in case of an emergency, blah, blah, blah. That is an improvement. That is an area where you would have made, that's where that place where you've made an improvement, as opposed to just leaving the fridge on the gate. Okay? Then there's also the other thing, for example, excuse me. When it comes to, let's say, acquiring maybe raw materials, yeah. For example, you have you make furniture, yes. So you need wood, yes. So this wood, instead of you having to hire a truck or having to buy a truck to go pick up your raw materials, the people who sell the raw materials deliver it to you. They have given you value. Value by 1, they have made it easier for you to access those raw materials. 2, they have decreased the cost of production because now you don't have to incur the cost of having to hire maybe a truck or maybe even buying a truck, yeah, and having to lock down money on trucks that basically you just use to go pick raw materials. So they have created value. That is what we call the value chain model. So you look at what value you can create to your customers. And once you look at the value that you are already providing how you can improve that value and make your product more valuable to your customers, okay? Now, then there's the importance of the competitive product analysis. A competitive product analysis is crucial because it allows you to understand the strengths and weaknesses of your competition, which is a SWOT analysis. The first lady who spoke about it based on the competitors' perception. Yeah, this knowledge will help you make decisions about improving upon your products and give you an edge in the market. She kept on saying what the competitors are doing. Everything that the competitors are doing, their strengths, their weaknesses, especially their weaknesses, yeah, you will be able to capitalize on those weaknesses to make your product much better and give you a competitive edge in the market. Because in the market, it's all about creating something that, you know, puts you on top of other people. Yeah. To do a competitive product analysis, you need to gather data about your competitors' products. This data can come from various sources. Yeah. So some of you are wondering, okay, how will I know about my competitors' weaknesses? How will I know if they're struggling, they're not going to go tell me? Look at, there are very many places to get that information. Their product reviews, industry reports. Yeah, there's a company called Statistica. Yeah, they always have reports about companies, about industries, about, you know, they're locked documents, and maybe you have to purchase them. But that information is very crucial. At the end of every financial year, companies usually provide, what is it called? They provide an annual report. That annual report, if you're able to understand what is in that document, it will give you enough information to be able to create a better product and to be able to give your product a competitive edge. Then there's the company websites. The company website will tell you about the motto of the company. It will tell you about the vision of the company. They will also show various activities that they have done, you know, corporate social responsibility, all these things. Those will help you be able to understand, okay, so this is the competitive edge of my competitor, so I need to do much better than this. Then there's social media platforms. In this time and age, people can say anything on social media about your product and other people's product. You can be able to find people who are discussing a certain product. You just join a group and you start discussing that product. And once you go there, you are able to get information about that product. Then there are online reforms, and then there are competitor product packaging. When you look at the package, as I said, when you're doing the design, all those things, just looking at the product, you can be able to tell a lot about your competitor. Now, once you do a product analysis, you need to create a report. So a report, these are just what is it called? It's just the structural writing product analysis report, where you have the title page, table of contents, executive summary, all those, you know, product analysis method. So you said I use SWOT and I use PESTEL. Product overview, you say what your product is all about, the description of your product, how the product offers a solution to customer needs. You just say what, you know, what solution your product offers and what problem that you found in the market so that you can create that product. And then you look at the pricing. How much are you going to charge for your product? And you're charging your product based on what? Yeah. How available is it? Is it going to be available only in Nigeria, or is it also going to be available in Ghana, Sierra Leone, Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda? And what marketing strategy are you going to be using? Are you going to use search engine optimization? Are you going to use Are you going to use flyers? Are you going to go have samples in supermarkets? What are you going to do? And then the successful applications of the product. Where has the product been used? And, you know, have you tested the product? Have you used the product? And what cases does it, you know, what results have you been able to get? For example, if it's washing soap, you always see they advertise by showing one lady using washing powder that has no name, and then another one using washing powder that has the brand that they're selling, and they show, okay, this one did not, the first wash, your company was able to get rid of the stain. This other company had to go through 5 washes. And even after the 5 washes, there was still a small stain that remained. And then there's competitor comparison and review. And then there's recommendations. Recommendations, this is where you look at your product and say, after the analysis, what do I need to change about my product? Do I need to improve the quality of my product? Do I need to create value for my product when it comes to offering after-sales services? Do I need to change my marketing? Do I need to start doing to implement corporate social responsibility? Corporate social responsibility is here where you see companies go, they start funding football matches or for communities, or they build toilets, or they build what is it called, or they, for one day, the employees go and clean the streets, or they go cut grass. All that is, they're not doing it because out of the goodness of their heart. It's a marketing strategy. Okay. It's corporate, so that is what is called corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility is creating a relationship with the community in which you operate. If you want people to be able to trust your product, you must show that you're one of them. You must show that, you know, you care about them, even if you really don't, but it must appear that you're doing so. No, it's all about image. Everything, when it's selling products, it's all about image. Your consumers need to create this image that, oh, this company really cares about us. That's why they're doing this for us. They're doing this. Yeah. That is what you put in the recommendation, and then you put conclusion. Now, this is for next week. Now it's time for questions. Yes, Stephanie. Yes.
Okay, ma. Good morning, ma. Ma,
Morning.
please, is it possible, like after the whole analysis, is it possible that there's nothing to improve on? Like there's
No.
nothing significant to improve on. Is it a possibility?
Nothing significant? Yes, but nothing? No. Because even with the best products in the market, what is the best product you know?
Double A ripe plantain chips.
Okay, I don't know about them now. Give me an international product. Maybe I would, so that I can tell you what they need to improve. Some of the things they would need to improve.
Okay. Samsung phone. Samsung phone.
I don't know that one either. So
no, like a Samsung phone, a phone. Samsung.
Samsung phone. Samsung phone. Yeah. There are a lot of things that they can improve about the Samsung phone. So many. Starting with the ringtones. The tempo of the ringtones. There's the tempo of the ringtone. There's how the ringtone just sounds. How do you put
Weird.
it?
Sounds weird.
It's sharp. It's there's no balance. They did not balance the bass. They did not balance the it's just there loud. It's just too loud. Yeah. No matter
Okay.
how low you put, no matter how low you put the volume, it's yes, it's so alarming. Thank you, Kolapo. It makes it just has a bad sound. Yeah.
Yes.
For example, if you are carrying a Samsung phone in your pocket and it has, and you put it on a volume on volume and it's not on vibrate, everyone, when they hear that phone, they will know that is a Samsung phone.
Yes.
Yeah, because Samsung,
True.
Tecno, Infinix, all these phones, they sound the same way. Yeah, that's not to say that Apple is perfect. One of the worst phones that was created was iPhone 6. iPhone 6 just used to crash. As in crash, but I mean it was so thin that people would forget it's in their pocket, and then the next time they wake up, they find it's broken. Yeah. Look at even the flip phones. There are so many things that they can change. They can change the color, they can change the size. There are some people who don't like the size of the iPhones. Yeah. There are people who don't like how the images on the iPhone are. There's the cameras. Yeah. iPhone may be a good phone, but it doesn't have, but the cameras are not usually that good. Yeah. Samsung may have better cameras, at times. And then there's also this element of the color itself. iPhone doesn't have many varieties of color. Yeah. Then there's the other thing that if you have iPhone, you have to keep on buying stuff from the App Store. People don't want to buy stuff, as opposed to just buying an Android phone where you don't have to buy everything, Yeah.
Okay.
That's why
I
some
get
people you see some people have an iPhone and they still have a Samsung phone. Why do you think that? They have an Apple phone and they still have an Android, because the Android allows them to do things they cannot do with their iPhone. And the iPhone helps them do things they cannot be able to do on their Android. So there will always be something that you can change. Yeah.
Okay.
Never lie to yourself that your product is perfect.
Okay. But another thing is, sorry, another thing is, so do you think that because right now you have managed to list out like a whole lot of things that can be done. So I want to believe that they are not also blind or ignorant of these things. So do you think that instead of like, I know it would cost a lot of money, but instead of like changing it once to make it better, do you think they're just like picking it maybe one thing at a time just to keep selling something and bringing out something new, sort of like as a strategy to gain buyers or get more profit or something like that? Do you think that's maybe it as well?
Yeah, it is. For example, if I give you the perfect iPhone, yeah, with all the things that is there, yeah,
okay,
what will I sell next year? I need repeat customers. I need to stay in business. So I need to give you that something that is a bit faulty, so that next time, next year, I come and tell you, oh, we have an iPhone 10. And then all of you just run to iPhone 10, which is almost double the price of iPhone 9. But the only thing I've changed is just one thing, just one tiny thing. Yeah. But I have maximized my profit. Yeah. Because don't think that when they're releasing iPhone 10, They've already, some of these companies have already even created for example, Apple. Apple has already even created iPhone 14 by the time they were releasing iPhone 10. They have to give you things in bits and pieces, so that you can always anticipate. You can always want. Yeah, as I said, business and marketing is all about psychology. You want something, I give you something small. Tomorrow I give you something small. The other day I give you, you will always come back to me. If I give you everything at once, that is the end of it. So I always want, today I give you something small, tomorrow I give you something small, and then you will always come to me. And I create a certain element of loyalty. I need to make you obsessed. I need to make sure that your mind is always thinking what is going to be in the next iPhone? What is going to be in the next iPhone? The minute the next iPhone lands, yeah? You don't care if you have to go take a loan, you don't care if you have to sell things, but you need to get it. That's psychology. Now there was Rhoda.
Yes, hello, ma.
Hello.
So under the product analysis methods, I didn't hear you speak about the business model canvas, or probably you talked about it while my network was giving issues, but I didn't hear that. So can you just give a run through of that?
So business model canvas is something like, we can call it like the lean. I prefer using something called the lean canvas. So the lean canvas is where you write it's something similar to, it's a combination of a lot of things. First of all, you ask yourself, what problem am I solving? What solution am I providing? Yes. How will I provide that solution? Who are my competitors? Yeah. How much are my competitors charging? What is my competitive edge? All these are elements that you need to consider when, looking at the business model. Sorry, I didn't. Let me just send you a link here in the chat where you can look at it.
Okay, ma.
Thank you for reminding me, huh? That was an oversight on my side. Next person, there was someone else who had a question. Let me see, who was it? Number 2 was Femi. Yes, Femi. No, not Femi, sorry. It was Annie. Annie, go ahead. Femi will be later.
Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm just curious to know who performs the work of product analysis. Is there a role such as a product analysis? Sorry, is there a role such as product analyst, or is it performed by maybe a team of data analysts and maybe research and product analysts? I'm just curious to know who performs the product analysis, like product.
Product analysis is done by, it's more about, it's teamwork. Remember when I said that the team needs to do this? For example, you sit down and you come up with something, and you sit down and you come up with ideas. It's teamwork. Yeah. Information has to come from all corners. Everyone needs to contribute. Yeah, because everyone provides a different insight. Yeah.
Yes. Who makes up this team?
Sorry?
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Ma. You can go on. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead. What you're asking, who makes up this team?
Yes.
There's a product manager, there's a product owner. So basically, the person who spearheads the process, probably that is what you're asking, is the product owner. The product owner will be there, and they will conduct sessions.
Okay.
Check the link on the chat. I have put the business model. They will conduct a session. For example, me being the product owner, okay, I will sit down during a retrospective. A retrospective is I'm going to take you through the life cycle, and when I take you through product management, how it's done next week, inshallah. So I come as a product owner, I sit down with the team, I try and find out different things. Everyone gets to chip in, tell me the ideas, where they think we can improve here and there. Then I also go do research. Then there are data analysts who go do research. Okay, data analysts will bring in information about the performance of the product. The marketing team will come in with, information of their own, because they're the ones who are directly in contact with the customers. The people who are handling the CRM will come in and they'll tell me the information that they have gotten from the CRM. Then we have also this team of the production team. These are the developers, if it's developers or if it's the factory. These guys will come in and tell me this is what is there. We will all sit down, we will brainstorm, we will come up with ideas, and we will solve the problem.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mama.
You're welcome. Femi, next.
Yeah, good morning, Ma. Thanks for the presentation so far. So I quickly just want to indulge you to please share the SWOT slide again.
The SWOT?
Yes, the SWOT slide.
What didn't you understand about SWOT? I didn't discuss SWOT because the lady who was there discussed SWOT. What is it in SWOT that you didn't understand?
Okay, yeah, I heard what the lady said about the SWOT. I just wanted to have the slide in the presentation from your end.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Let me share my screen. Any questions? So yeah, start. Is there anyone who wants to take screenshots?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Take them, and then you tell me as I move to the next page. Can I continue?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I go ahead
Yes, ma'am.
now.
Yes, ma'am.
That there is SWOT analysis. The gentleman was looking for SWOT. Was it Femi? There is SWOT analysis.
Yes, it was me. Thank you so much. Yes, I got it now.
And then there's a product analysis. There it is. Value chain analysis. Importance of product analysis. Can I continue?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Product analysis report. Now this is for next week. Any other questions? Hello?
I don't think we have any more questions, ma.
I'm assuming that by everyone being silent, you've understood our topic for today.
Yes, we have.
Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable now doing product analysis on your own?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Then we are good. Next week we will meet to do the life cycle. Okay. We will do. Let me see. We will do the product. Give me a minute. Where's my mouse? So we'll do the product life cycle phases, and then the advantages of product life cycle. Yeah. Then product roadmaps. And then the last one will be product development, product management. Yeah. The last one will be product management and product risk management. Okay. So those are the topics that are remaining. And then I will hand over all the whole PowerPoint. Good?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
You're welcome. Okay, do have a
Thank you
lovely
so much.
week. You're welcome.
Yes, ma. Thank you very much for the class.
You're welcome.
Right, ma. Thank you, ma.
I hope you'll make me proud when it comes to doing the assessments.
Yes, ma. 100.
Yes, ma.
Yes,
Yes,
ma.
ma.
Thank you,
Gonna
ma.
make you proud.
Of course.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Gonna make you
Okay,
proud.
inshallah.